Hey, JR, check it out. But here's the thing about this question, right? Right. So I see this scrolling across the screen. It says it's a privilege for her to be in your presence. Do we agree with that? And the answer is going to be universally for probably everybody, yes. And then for every woman that would be asked that question, she would say it's a privilege for him to be in my presence. And that's why I'm a little taken back by Trill's response. And because hear me out, guys, isn't this just a play on? Is this not synonymous to who's the prize? Because see, the prize, we all know that it's one above the other, right? It's like there's only one prize. There's only one first, it's only one first place. The prize goes to the winner, basically, right? But when it comes to, is it a privilege to be in my presence? Yeah. But then she's saying it's a privilege. Is there a hierarchy here where it's a privilege to be in my presence more so than it is for me to be in yours?
I got you on this, bro. Look, bro. Women are the prize, man.
Did you hear what I said?
Ladies, tonight on Lapeef Network, Ricky Williams is saying that women are the prize. Y'all are. No doubt. Congratulated. Hold up. I got y'all. But we the Cracker Jack box. We the Cracker Jack box. Right? You had to get through that box to get to a prize. Right? Those little cheap prizes that come with Cracker Jacks, if it was 10 of them on the table, you wouldn't care. Right? But you got that caramel popcorn to get to that prize, right? Y'all the prize. We the Cracker Jack box. And without us, y'all just little toys on the table.
Wait a minute, Ricky. Hold on. It might be some young bloods. I'm trying to see it. They may not understand what a Cracker Jack is. I don't even know if they still make Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jacks is I'm gonna see it's more like a
treat.
A treat, yes. Whereas it came with caramel candy in it, and you got a prize with every box of Cracker Jacks. Now, you would buy a box of Cracker Jacks to get to the prize, but no matter what, when you got that prize, it was some trinky dink, fake love, stick-on tattoo, right? Not comparing y'all to that, right? But I'm saying, yes, it was a prize, but to get to that prize, you had to purchase a box of Cracker Jack.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna answer this question, man. It really doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't really matter what the woman thinks. I mean, it's a privilege for any woman to be in my presence. I think all men should take that stance. But you gotta, and I spoke to you guys before this live started, and I said you gotta be a man of substance, man. You gotta be a man of substance. I'm not really concerned about what the woman, she can think what she want to think. As a man, long as you know that it's a privilege, that's all that matters. That's just my take on it.
And I'm gonna keep it G. I gotta disagree with Shannon on the hierarchy thing. That's my only grievance.
I think y'all battling tonight, man. I don't know what's
no nonsense. But the hierarchy thing goes against what I preach in terms of like the infatuation got to be equal for the relationship to work.
Exactly. Exactly.
I feel like if I come into a situation and I feel like I'm above her, even if I don't do it blatantly, subconsciously, I'm going to treat her that way. Meaning, you are not priority to me. I'll get around to you when I get around to you. I don't really care about hearing your feelings like that, whatever. Matter of fact, you are lucky to be here. You're lucky I chose you. It was 20 other ones, but I chose you. I did you a favor by bringing here. So behave accordingly, right? You see how condescending that sounds? Mm-hmm. That's not conducive to a successful relationship, in my opinion, right? I feel like, of course, it's a privilege to be with me, but I'm not going to even entertain a woman that I don't feel privileged to be around, right? Or I take that back. I'm not going to entertain her on a serious level if I don't feel privileged to be around her. Now, I may smash and do whatever I'm going to do and get out the way, but in terms of us having a serious relationship, I have to feel just as privileged to be there as you do. If not, I will treat you like an underling subconsciously. And I feel like that goes both ways, which is why when people say, oh, you know, the man should love the woman more than the woman loves him. I feel like women do the exact same thing, even if she doesn't say so. You know, because we see this all the time. Yeah, he chased me for 12 years and I finally gave him a chance and we getting married the next month. Those marriages typically end in about a year because subconsciously she's treating him like like I did you a favor. And if one person in that relationship feels like I did you a favor being here, that relationship will not stand. That's my take on it. That's why I disagree with that.
Right. And to build
Well,
on
it's not
that,
that you disagree. That's just, I was just simply saying, when you answer, like, it's a privilege for her to be in your presence. I'm saying, JR, when Trill saying yes, he's saying yes, but the other half of that is Trill saying, it's a privilege to be in her presence for me.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
that's where I was just like, okay, we got to be careful, guys, because this question is a little different than, or it's the same but different than who's the prize.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna feel that they are privileged to, I mean, that it's a privilege to be in their presence, but so is the women. They're gonna feel the same way. So I'm not sure if this is a non sequitur with the question. It's like, you know, how can, you know, where are we going with it? Because everybody's gonna feel that it's a privilege to be, for people to be in their presence.
Listen, some people shouldn't feel that way though. You know what I'm saying? Because they not what that is. Like if you're not able to, you know, kind of, I think JR said, like, have substance. If you're not able to talk about different things, if you're not able to carry yourself a certain way, if you're not able to interact with people, if you don't not necessarily have to be a social butterfly or whatever, but you should be able to connect with everybody that walks into the room. And you know there are people that are you know that when you're in the room, they make things awkward. Right? You should be that individual. Like for me, I can rock in any room. You know what I'm saying? Just the way that I was raised and everything like that, and the things that I've been through, I'm able to be in any particular room that's available. And so the reason, the question that I would ask to everybody is, why is it a privilege for her to be in your presence? And I can go first. I'll let y'all go with it first.
I'm glad you asked, because of the value I add to your life. The instruction,
what's that value?
See the instruction that I give you. See, I'm a man of a certain age, and I'm a man of experience now. So there's certain things I can show you, expose you to, teach you, guide you, direct you through that she may not have ever considered. Because as y'all was talking, I was. It's funny that you asked that, Humble Dad, because that's what I was actually thinking about. What's different this go around for me? Why am I willing to? Somebody asked me the other day, like, man, why would you they was talking about marriage. Why would you put yourself through that again? And I told them about family and legacy. But the reason why, and I agree with you saying it is reciprocal. I was joking, but not so much as, because it is a symbiotic relationship with us as men and women. But the reason is because of the value that I add to you. And what should be happening is you should be adding value to me too. You should be my blind spot. You should be able to pick up things that I can't see, right? You should be adding to me too. But the primary reason why my presence is a presence, why it's 1,000 yous and only one of me, as Kanye would say, is because of the value that I bring to the table.
What's going on, brother Logic?
Quiet.
Man, look, I was at work trying to do some damn work. The auditor was saying, these dudes cooking. Hey, she was a chick. She was sitting here. She said, them brothers in there cooking. He said, what channel that is? I said, shit, that's Lapeef. Let's talk. Let's get it. No, man, y'all out here blazing. Hey, I can't really say I disagree with anything y'all had to say. I just have one little alibi or one little pushback, not really a pushback. But the thing is that everything that everybody said in this panel is correct. But do you think that the modern day women want that power so bad that they will let all that other stuff go?
It's not my job.
Real question? Like for me, I don't have to concern myself with a modern woman.
That's what I'm saying. It's not my job.
Like even as a single dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to concern myself with a modern woman because that's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for somebody that is, feel like it should be 50-50 or, that we in a partnership, you know what I'm saying? I'm a leader, and that's just what it is. And so I'm not looking for somebody to be necessarily my slave. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody that's gonna rock with me on my page and add value to me, just like I'm gonna add value to them. So, you know, a modern woman wouldn't even get the time of day with me. You know what I'm saying? Because she on a totally different page than I'm even willing to be on. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, but I'm with that. But this is what we gotta when we dealing with reality. Reality shows that it's more of them type of women out there than it is the ones that like we said will be attracted to.
Let me jump in on this logic real quick. I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? So I said this before. When me and my girl first started dating, she is the quintessential. She would have been what most people would say is a quintessential modern woman, right? Highly educated, well-paying job, had all her stuff together, all her ducks lined in a row, very intentional about what she want to do. And what's funny is the impact and the influence that I've been able to make in her life. And again, I mean, it's equal. Like she's taught me some things too, but certain things like, you know, I started taking her to art shows, you know, going to theater and stuff like that's that type of stuff she wasn't looking at. And then just having these, like we would have, and this is one of the things that I love about it is we can have conversations about anything. So I can have a conversation with her and open her up to discourse around world events and politics and stuff like that, right? Whereas when we first started dating, she would, like, if I would come over, she would have the channel on sports all day. I'm not one to watch sports all day, right? But she thought that's what, you know, that's what most men did, was watch sports and so on and so forth. And so my point being is that I believe that when the woman comes in, I don't care if she's modern, traditional, futuristic, you know, Afrocentric, whatever. When she comes in contact with a man who on his square and on his purpose and is leading on purpose, you understand what I'm saying? Then she's gonna fall in line. The right one is gonna fall in line. Now, I think what men have to do is the one that's not for you, fam. Be willing to keep it pushing. Because that's the real challenge. There's so many dudes that's just excited to get coochie that they just like, oh man, you know, I can't turn it down. I can't turn it loose, man, or you know, whatever. Like they willing to bend over backwards, and that enables that behavior to continue from the quote unquote modern woman, right?
But see, watch this though.
Hold on.
Go ahead. My bad.
Courtney Michelle said define modern woman. But it's a few other people that said as well. I just highlighted her, but they want a couple gentlemen to define modern woman.
Why we got to do this? Why we going through this, Courtney, Miss Courtney? You know what we talking about. Don't do that.
Well, but see, I define it for her though. It is a modern woman is a woman of reality, what we see today. So when you saying a traditional woman, that's a woman what we saw in the past. So when we're dealing with modern women, I agree with everything the man say. But when you have just like the degrees, you know what I'm saying? Women now more or less want careers more than they wanted. I say back 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So 30 years ago, all these career women didn't exist. Now they exist. But we say with these careers come money. And then that grind to get the money, you build character. So now a lot of times these women is going in complete competition with these men. So now that's why that's a downfall in a relationship. I agree with everything the guy said. Because see, I won't deal with a woman like that. Because any woman that come into my house, I think it was Shannon that said it, right? Now she jumping on my back. Like, you know what? What you got in your savings account? All right, we finna buy a new boat. Because we finna get rid of all that. So you're going to be able to depend, you're going to be able to ride my wave. But women are not like that today. It's hard to find these diamonds in the rough. And the traditional minded women compared to the modern day women, they diamonds in the rough, bro.
Anything worth having is hard to find, my guy.
Oh, yeah. True.
That's just the truth of the matter. Right?
But you're right. But why do I got to dig through a dumpster of trash to find that diamond in the rough? Like,
it's just
where you looking, bro. Where's this dumpster?
The same way a good one have to probably go through 8 or 9 of them before they find Mr. Logic. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. It's rare, guy. It's rare for a woman to meet a dude off bat. Y'all already see, like y'all said, if it's the modern woman, she gonna fuck it up more than likely. You know what I'm saying? The person you should have married was more than likely the guy you was with that you let go. And same for the woman, the one you messed up with. You know, the one you couldn't forgive or whatever.
I'm with you. I think we're talking in the perfect sense though. Like you got to realize this. This is how people get tired of doing this kind of relationship thing. Because if you constantly digging through trash to find that diamond, do the diamonds exist? Yes. But it's so much trash out there, so much debris that you be like, you know what? In your mind, you thinking, you know what? That's all it's like. That's all that's out here.
And women feel the same way.
And I'm with it. So I think we should got there. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead. I'm done.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. And people don't want to listen. We both at fault here. We all at fault here. Ain't no innocent parties. It ain't.
But see, watch this.
So let me
anybody answer this question, right? Look, I got all my shit together, right? I don't need a woman for nothing, right? You know, when I tell a woman that I don't need her for shit today, you know, she take that as a threat. Like I said, no, look, you know what? Hey, I don't care how much money you make at the end of the day. If I really start pursuing you that strong, then you possibly gonna have to leave that shit or starting your equipment business or something, but you're gonna have to do it from home. Like, I don't want no woman out there in the streets. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The working business streets. I don't want that type of woman. That's not the woman that I know that'll make me happy. But when I present that to a woman in today's age, you know, they look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Thing is that it makes perfect sense, because if we talk about the modern woman, we got to think about how they are operating. They operate out of fear. It's not a situation where, like, I want to go out here and just achieve as much as I can achieve and just intentionally just downplay men. I don't need you, da. It's not that. It's that I done grew up and I've never for one seen what a solid male figure even looks like, for one. And I've never had a male come save me. I've never had a male come take pressure off me. And not only have I not seen it or not had it, my mama ain't had it. My sister ain't had it. My auntie ain't had it, for whatever reasons. Again, dude might be in jail. Dude might be, whatever the case may be, in and out, inconsistent, whatever the case may be. So I think a lot of modern women are operating out of fear more so than accomplishment. But I see what Mr. Logic is saying. He's like, if I'm a man of means and I got my situation together, I don't feel like digging 10 feet down to get to the diamond, especially when I can just be patient and wait on somebody that's a bit more on my speed, that's going to take less work. Now, I can't blame him for that. But to answer his question, is it possible? I feel like modern women ain't nothing but traditional women who ain't ran into a legitimate leader yet. If we're gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like modern women want to be like, regardless of this whole outer shell, this tough outer shell. Don't need a man for nothing. I don't da. Every time you see one of those women find a dude that they really feel like is solid, they tap right back into that feminine old role, whatever. All that sticking chest out stuff goes away. Now it may not go away initially, but it's gonna go away if you run into the right dude, because the right dude is not going for that. And not only not going for that, I'm not going back and forth with you. We're not gonna argue. We're not gonna do nothing. I do things this way. Get on the ship or move around. And if we're gonna be honest, if she likes you enough, she's gonna get on the ship.
So you think it's a front? That's what you're saying. It's a front.
Hell yes.
Nah, it ain't no front. Trill.
Yeah.
So a couple things. One, it's not always out of fear. It's indoctrination too, because you got people that hadn't had no time in as an adult that feels that way. It's they're trying to recruit them younger and younger, right? And so them young ones ain't even had no history necessarily in dating, where the fear part comes in. Second thing is, what you saying, Trill, when you
wait, stop right there. You said they haven't had history in dating. What did they see in the household and in the environment growing up, though?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
With the father and a mother, but maybe the father is not exact. Maybe the father's a beta male. Maybe he's not really a provider male.
Right. You know, goes to my point. Yeah. She ain't seen real male leadership yet.
No, but listen to me. See, even if she has enough aunties, cousins, and her mama don't listen to pops, and she got all these, it can be indoctrination. She ain't, it's not out of fear. She's not what she's scared of. She ain't experienced it yet. But she got so many people that's telling her what she needs to do and how she needs to get her degree. Maybe it's even her father's pushing that same narrative and don't even realize it, because in this gynocentric society that we have, he's selling the same shit that the women is selling.
Yeah, but that's
But why is he selling it? Because again, let's just pause right there. Let's use me as an example. Me raising my daughter, I'm gonna teach her the same thing. You go solidify yourself first before you meet. It goes back to what I said earlier. Broke people shouldn't be dating. They should be focusing. So that way, when I get into this relationship, that my man is not a necessity for me. I'm coming in. I'm able to take care of myself. But if I run into a dude with solid enough leadership, I have the option to put that down. But I'm not going to just go in that motherfucker with no money in my pockets, all chips on the table, and you ain't proving nothing yet. No, we're not doing that. That's not smart.
Because what if it takes her till 32 to get there?
Then that's just what it takes.
Okay, that's no problem. Then raise your family like that. I don't subscribe to that.
Right.
I don't subscribe to that. And I think that's bad advice. And that's the advice that women have been getting all for the last 20 years. And look at the sad state of disregard that we're in now. So if you out there saying, you know, get the bag and get your degree and get the and go get the job and all that other kind of stuff, then the women wake up one day and they doing all of the stuff that they were indoctrinated from their fathers, like you, and from other aunties and women. It ain't got nothing to do with fear. It has everything to do with, I was told that this is what I was supposed to do. And then they wake up one day and they're like, damn, why didn't y'all? I turned down really good guys because I was too busy studying and trying to get my MBA, because I was told that this is what I got to have my own money. I got to have my own house. I got to have my own car so I can take care of myself. And because I wanted this type of house and this type of foreign car, and I had to work a little harder, and I forsaken my formidable years, my youth, getting that. And now that I want to have children, well, you know, the doctor told me that my fibroid just kicked in and now I can't even have kids. That's all kind of reasons why. So that's why I was saying it's not necessarily out of fear.
Let me throw a little side note. Maybe this will add context to my mentality, Trill. Okay. And you tell me what you think, right? So growing up on our paths, right now, men and women have a similar grind to get the bag, to get all this. Would you agree with that, right?
Definitely.
And would you agree that your grind create character traits, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why we was talking earlier, by the time you get to the bag, you already have these character traits in you that will, you know what I'm saying, solidify you. So now in this society, women is not chasing that bag, they're not chasing that route of being what we want them to be. Or, you know what I'm saying? So they chasing similar bags. So now by the time we meet up, we've been chasing these similar traits for years. So now we got these similar character traits, right?
Right.
So that's why it really don't be a front. They can't shake that shit. That's why you see when you say something to them like that, they be like, oh, hell no. Because they on a similar path to us and them same character traits they have. That's why it's easy for you to see a woman and she be all, you know what I'm saying? She be puffing up at you, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody is on the same race. It's no woman path and a man path. Right now, it's a bag path.
But Mr. Logic, that's why I was going on Trill's second point, where he said women don't run into solid men who are solid leaders, and that's the problem. No, women run into solid leaders, and just like Logic said, they're so headstrong. He can't tell them nothing, and that's why they run to the divorce court in droves. 8 to 10.
They shouldn't be married. You shouldn't marry her.
And saying fucking irreconcilable differences, because when she
using
finds
that divorce stat, I hate that bullshit ass divorce stat. Continue.
But of course you do. Well, naturally you do, Trill. But
it doesn't make sense. It's not true.
The point,
it's not. If we just gonna keep it all the way G, but continue.
Okay, that's a whole different argument, but it's absolutely true. I got it. Anyways, so the point is this. I'm simply saying, when you say, well, when she finds that solid man, she's going to just naturally fall into her. No, that ain't how that works. That's not how that's working. You got women that's finding that natural leader, and they still are like giving him pushback. It's giving them hell. And it's like, God damn, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a man. I'm providing, I'm protecting. We can see it in celebrities. We can see it in we can look at goddamn Will Smith. It doesn't matter who you look at. But
Now, Will is the sucker,
women-
This
but
is not
continue.
a good example.
Continue.
So many women. What we can't say that about Will Smith.
Oh, shit.
Only
to be
because
crazy.
I've worked with him. No, I see what you guys see, but you thinking of him as him sticking around after what she's done. I'm talking about the leadership.
He should have never married that woman.
He should have
That
never
ain't no
married her.
leadership. That's the point. But continue.
The point, but how do you define that though? How leadership in
But
what?
one, he had to. I mean,
He provides for
leadership-
his family. He set standards for that family. He
set standards
went and
for
got
it?
his woman. Huh?
He didn't look like he set no standards when he was sitting at that damn red table.
And that's all you guys know because
Looked like
y'all
they broke
forgetting
code.
You guys
That
are
wasn't the
forgetting
standard. That's
night.
not leadership. But
No,
continue.
listen to me. Listen. Let me use Will Smith. We'll use Will Smith. Everybody looks at the Red Table Talk. Everybody looks at August Alsina and her entanglement. Everybody looks at this woman who's really in love with Tupac from the way back in the day. Will Smith comes along. He meets her, says, and we know the story of them meeting. Where it's like, you know what? Who are you dating? Nobody. Well, you dating me now. You think that Will Smith was just sitting around being a simp all the way through, or can we consider that maybe he established all of that stuff, had the children, and then he had a woman that wouldn't follow him. Now you're saying, well, it's only because he wasn't a leader that she wouldn't follow him. If she would have really found a true leader, she would have just naturally acquiesced to his standard of living and to his program. She would have got on his program, but she didn't get on his program. And women in general don't get on the man's program because the man's program is something that's not worthy of following. I submit to say that's bullshit.
Okay,
Men
question.
have many men. Let me finish. Many
you've been
men
talking for 20 minutes. Damn, when am I going to get to respond
give me
to a
25. Let me 25. Many men have a standard, including Will Smith. Many men have the leadership qualities. Many women aren't willing to be the player. They're coaches out there, but you got to have a player willing to play for the coach. Not because I don't want to run, because his plays suck. Women look at the play and say, I don't want to do that. That's my point.
Hey, look, I want to apologize because y'all was doing good. I came up here and started some shit. I'm a simp, man. Hey, look, I'm a motherfucking simp. I apologize for sipping on here, but I got a different outlook, man. And I want y'all OGs to teach me some shit. That's it, man.
Okay, so
God,
let me
hey,
just start by saying this, right? Let me start by saying this. That Will example proves my point because Will is not a leader. And I'll just present a question that I do not want an answer to. I don't want a response to. I'm gonna present the question. I want you to think about it and think, yes, Trill, you're right. If she would have got with Tupac instead of Will, would this situation have played out the way it played out? Don't answer that. Just
You don't
think,
want my
Trill,
answer?
you're right. Just say that. Okay. Now, secondly, to the point that you addressed earlier in terms of that might take her to 30 years old or whatever the case may be. Very true. Or I'll pick a man that I'm unsure about when I'm young and just dive into a situation because let's say the indoctrination was the opposite. Find you a man, whatever that you can stick your future in, all of that great shit, right? But before you solidify your own foundation, right? So, okay, I get married at 19, 18. Married to this man for 7 years. We have 3 kids. And he wakes up one day and say, you know what? I'm going to get a divorce. Right? You ain't went to college. You ain't even been working for these 7 years. You have 0 work experience. So now what are you left with? You are a woman that's 26, 3 kids, no way to make money. So what are you left to do? I'm left to go jump on another bandwagon with a man, even though I have 3 kids, even though all of that works against me, even though I have 0 education and no foundation to take care of my goddamn self. So I got to either go home or find me another man to hitch my wagon to. If that's what you deem as success, we will forever disagree because I don't.
Okay.
Right.
Because
so
you're giving an example.
Wait.
Let
me finish.
Of that
I'll
ever
let you
happened.
talk. Let me finish. We have that scenario, right? And then we have the scenario in which this 80% of men file for divorce stat, right? And I feel like this is a perfect time. Let's get into why I feel like it's bullshit. And I feel like it's disingenuous. Because women may go file for the divorce, but men typically check out of the relationship mentally first. That's a fact. Because there are plenty of men who are married right now that say, you know what, instead of going file for this divorce, because I don't really feel like filing the paperwork, I don't know how to do it, it's going to embarrass me, I'm just going to go cheat. So I'm mentally checked out of it. I mean, sure, I'm showing up doing bare minimum, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to annoy her and be neglectful enough and push your ass out there to go file for the divorce. So that feeds into that bullshit ass stat that y'all use. That's why I feel like it's bullshit. Even aside from marriage, relationships in general, let's just keep it G. Most men are not breaking up with a woman to go be with another one. They're going to cheat instead. That's a fact.